With a 20-yard reception, I don't know how Trevon Boykin completed that pass. Will Geary was all over him.
All over him, and just the strength to stay upright, much less get the ball all the way down the field and complete the pass. They weren't able to get up there and spike the ball, so they've got to take their timeout to stop the clock with now 8 seconds left here in the first half. So without a timeout at 8 seconds, here's the strength. Geary, he's strong enough to throw an offensive lineman off of him and then not strong enough to get Boykin down to the ground. That's amazing. And he threw it accurately down the field. Wow. No timeouts, 8 seconds. This ball's going to the end zone.
Here's Boykin, the far side, ball completed by, as Nixon makes a catch. Great run after the catch. But did he run out of time? Yes, he did.
Boy, Patterson's going to be so upset. They were just trying to get some extra yardage and try a field goal there. They run the out route. Patterson's furious because they were trying to get the clock stopped inside of 5 seconds with that out route and kick a field goal with their great kicker, Jaden Oberchrome. Nixon with that extra move, Gus, ended the half.
Remember, Oberchrome's career high is 56 yards.
See right here, he wants him to run out of bounds. And because he has the extra move, he's not drugged down until 1 second left on the clock.
Don't forget, Kansas State will get the football to start the second half. And how about this? An upset in the making. The #2 team in the nation down 35-17 at the break. I don't know, Joe. It was almost as if Kansas State played the perfect half of football.
And listen, there was a strange ending there at the end of the first half. I want to take you back to it because Sean Nixon, the slot back for TCU, caught a pass and they wanted him to get out of bounds. I want you to take a look at the game clock in your lower right-hand corner. 8 seconds left. Now they're going to try to get the ball completed and out of bounds so that they can kick a field goal. He decides to run it down the sidelines. When he does that, he's tackled in bounds. So the clock will stop for a first down, but then continue to run. Now, he's tackled actually with 1 second. Replay could have gotten involved and actually given them a chance to snap the football again. The problem I would have had with replay getting involved is it would have artificially allowed TCU to get their field goal unit on the field, Gus, which they wouldn't have been able to do in the normal course of play.
So Kansas State with the football to start the second half. They'll start it at the 25. Let's bring in Mike Pereira. Mike, your thoughts?
Well, Joel, I don't agree with you, and the reason I don't is because there is a specific play in the rule book that talks about this. It's a casebook play that says on a first down, in bounds, clock expires, but there should have been 2 seconds left back on the clock. And it does say reset the clock and run one more play. Clock starts on the referee signal, but you let them get set up. And here's the issue. Smart team could have their field goal team ready to go on as soon as the first down and ruled, and maybe they would get that kickoff. So I think you have to go by the book.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. First down and 10 at the 25. Huebner rolling out of the pocket on the play action fake over the middle and incomplete. Cody Small, the intended receiver.
Just to wrap up that conversation there, I completely understand what Mike is talking about, and by the rule book, yes, that is accurate. Now, the problem I would have with it is if you give them an extra snap and they try to spike it, you can't do that with just 1 second and still kick a field goal. And if they were able to line up their field goal unit because of a replay, then replay would have artificially allowed TCU to get their field goal unit on the field.
Second down and 10 at the 25. Huebner looks to run. Huebner with a lane. Huebner first down and more. What a run. Derek Kindred with the tackle. a 23-yard pickup for Joe Huebner.
Boy, I can't tell if this is a designed run where he's kind of faking this ball to the left side. It's absolutely a designed run. That's basically like a screen pass without throwing a screen pass. Fake it to the left. Now the linemen pull out and get downfield, and you allow the quarterback to run the ball down the field. That's a great design play from Kansas State.
And how about Joe Huebner? 19 carries, 120 yards, 3 touchdowns rushing. First down and 10 at the 48. Opening drive of the second half for Kansas State. Huebner again to run it. And this time he's chopped down at the line of scrimmage. Let's go downstairs to Molly McGrath.
Yeah, Gus, TCU's head coach Gary Patterson obviously very upset with his defense at the half. Coming out of the locker room, he told them they need to do 3 things to be successful. They need to get off the field on third downs, tackle, and be more physical. He said they're not doing any of those things in the first half, and he said time of possession, penalties, stupid mistakes are killing their momentum. To get it back, he said it's simple. They need to get their offense going and score, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Molly. 2nd and 9 at the 49. Huebner to throw it this time. Over the middle. Picked off. There's the play they're looking for. Kendrick down the sideline. Kendrick striding into the end zone for a touchdown, a 60-yard return.
They're looking for Zach Reuter, number 15, and he actually just falls down in front of Derek Kendrick. Derek Kendrick was one of the only starters. He was the only starter left from that Peach Bowl victory earlier this season when they were playing Texas Tech, and he comes up with the biggest play so far for TCU of this night. Wow, what a game changer for TCU. Kendrick just a marvelous job stepping in front of that ball.
35-23 now. Extra point on the way. And once again, remember last week, Kansas State led Oklahoma State 28-13 in the first half. They proceeded to give up 20 straight points, took the lead again with 3 minutes left, but ended up losing the game. Extra point is good. Opening moments of the third. Big play already for TCU as the defense steps up. Kendrick, 60-yard interception return for a touchdown.
Yeah, I really admire my mother, despite what...
To use some momentum as they get ready to go back on defense. On the other side, Huebner throwing the interception. Let's see if that affects how Kansas State calls this game now offensively. Oberchrome kicking it away. Heath back deep. And he'll take a knee. So he'll stay right here as Joe Huebner, who's been excellent aside from that interception in this game.
You know, it'd be one thing, Gus, if it was schematically something that TCU did that shook Huebner and made him have a poor read, or if it was a poor read by Huebner just in normal course of play, but it wasn't. You know, a wide receiver fell down. So this is the hard part for a play caller. Is you got to go back out there like nothing happened, because nothing really did happen for them except for poor footing, and just continue with the game plan, which has been running the football specifically with Huebner with his 101 yards now passing in and rushing.
First down and 10 of the 25. Charles Jones in the backfield. Huebner pulls it out, looks to throw, hit as he releases, incomplete. Deontay Burton, the intended receiver.
And now you get much better pressure on the quarterback. He threw this a little bit earlier than he wanted to. That was Montrell Wilson, the true freshman linebacker, 6'3", only 208 pounds. But you can see in space, very quick, a physical player right in Huebner's face as he was trying to get the ball downfield.
As you mentioned, those linebackers tiny. Wilson, 208. Howard, 190. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Huebner 0 for 3 to start the second half. Hit as he throws again up the sideline, incomplete. Cody Cook, the intended receiver. Cook came in at quarterback last week. Injured his shoulder. Is available to play some QB tonight if needed.
More pressure in Huebner's face there. That was Terrell Lathan with the pressure again, having to throw the ball before he wanted to.
Third down and 10 at the 25. That pick six has inspired this TCU defense. And a timeout called by Huebner. 13:04 to play third quarter. 35-24 K-State. It's starting to get stingy now. Third down and 10 at the 25. Kansas State 5 of 6 on third down conversions. Joe Huebner in the shotgun all by himself in the backfield. Five receiver package. Huebner underneath. Caught. Burton with the grab and a first down. Great ball, great route, great call for Kansas State.
Yeah, I thought the protection was tremendous up front because Huebner had been having to throw the ball before he wanted to on the last two passing attempts. He finally had time behind that offensive line to get the ball down the field to Burton, who ran a very good route, got some separation, and they moved the chains.
18-yard gain. And that's a first down for K-State at the 42. And they'll hand it off. Charles Jones crosses the 45 up to the 47. Howard with the tackle. Let's check in with Jenny Taft in Los Angeles.
Gus, thanks. Number 8 Alabama held to just 3 points at halftime, but finding their stride in the third quarter against Arkansas as Jake Coker airs one out to true freshman Kelvin Ridley. 81 yards for the touchdown. The Tide take the lead 10-7 as the third quarter has come to an end. Gus, Joel, keep you posted.
Thank you very much, Jenny.
Boy, Ridley is a special talent down there. Highly recruited receiver. They're hoping makes up for the departure of Amari Cooper.
Second down and 6 at the 46. Huebner, far side, make that near side, incomplete, intended for Zach Reuter.
Been a bit surprised that on the early downs so far in this second half, they've been throwing the ball. So much success running the ball in the second quarter specifically. I would have forced TCU to show me that they can stop that run before I started putting the ball up voluntarily.
Change of philosophy for Kansas State to start this second half. 11:37 to play in the third. Third down and 6 at the 46. Burton in motion. Huebner looks that way. And that one knocked away. Corey O'Mealy knocking the football to the ground, and that'll force Kansas State to punt it away.
Trying to get the ball to Dominique Heath, number 4. He's only 5'9", 175 pounds, and so they're trying to find that creative alley, and they slow played it. He ran a little delayed route, and O'Mealy actually got there a little soon, but gets away with it with the coverage. O'Mealy, of course, called for 3 pass interference calls just in the second quarter alone.
Nick Walsh in the punt from the 32. Turpin back deep at his own 14 as he signals for the fair catch and has it at the 12. So coming up, Trevon Boykin and the TCU offense on the field for the first time in the second. 35-24 Kansas State as TCU comes onto the field. As you take a look at the ball control, time of possession, the most important stat right now.
26-24 for Kansas State. Only 7 minutes and 13 seconds. TCU's high-powered offense has been on the field.
First down and 10 from the 12-yard line for Boykin as he decides to run it on first down, gets an angle, and finally taken down at the 21. Tackled on the play by Elijah Lee. Remember, TCU comes into this game ranked second in the nation in scoring offense at 51 points a game, second in the nation in total offense at 630 yards per game, fourth in passing at 369. They've amassed 600 or more yards and scored 50 or more points in 4 straight games. But they've been on the sideline tonight. Boykin steps up in the pocket. Jitterbugging, picks up the first down. Stopped by Will Davis, the linebacker.
And Will Davis was actually spying him the whole time, and Boykin was still able to convert and move the chains. It just shows you the athleticism that Trevon Boykin has. The tendency for a quarterback here that has his ability is to do too much because they haven't been on the field. He's still got to go out and just operate within the game plan that they had this week.
First down and 10 to the 25. Turpin in motion out of the backfield. They swing it to him in space. Burst of speed. First down, up the sideline and out of bounds.
And there's one of those creative ways that you're going to get Cavante Turpin involved. True freshman from Monroe, Louisiana. They line him up in the backfield, send him out on motion, and just get him the ball right away. That's a great design from Doug Meacham.
First down to the 45 after the 20-yard pickup. Aaron Green. Aaron Green knocked backwards after about a yard gain. Late flag thrown on the play.
Will Geary, number 60, was the defensive lineman who really made the stop in there. The sophomore from Topeka. He's had a heck of a game tonight.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, defense, number 10. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's Donnie Starks, the junior from Crosby, Texas.
Comes in from the right. Trying to hold him up, but wasn't able to do it.
So first down now at the Kansas State 39. Quarterback draw. Boykin. And this time he goes nowhere. He is gobbled up. Jordan Willis, the junior from Kansas City, with the tackle.
Willis, 6'5", 250 pounds, showing some of that quickness. Not the biggest defensive end you'll ever see, but the quickness to bring down Boykin there in the open field.
Second and 10, no gain. Josh Dotson, the receiver at the bottom of your screen.
And he knows he's got single coverage now. Kansas State moves to a one safety look.
And the handoff to Green, tries to get around the corner. Nothing doing, and he's chopped down close to the line of scrimmage. Caleb Pruitt comes up and makes the hit.
Very surprised they checked to a run there. Anytime you see one single safety deep, that means that your offense is not going to be able to block everybody in the front. They have one more player than you can block. Very surprised that TCU decided to run it on the last play.
So third down and 9 at the 38. TCU 1 of 4 on conversions. Empty backfield for Boykin. He'll let it fly. Boykin now scrambling over the middle and caught at the 15. This ball caught by Dotson, who broke open late and was wide open. That's a gain of 23.
Initially, just fantastic coverage. They had everybody locked up, but then Dotson, who wasn't even supposed to go there in the route, he found an open space when his quarterback was in trouble.
First down at 10 to the 14. Boykin. This time he finds White. And Desmond White will get inside the 10 and pick up 6 yards.
Desmond White, a sophomore from DeSoto, Texas, is a high school football legend. At 5'7", 150 pounds, he was the quarterback for DeSoto as they won a state championship. No one recruited him because he's only 150 pounds. TCU took a flyer. He's shown up very well for them in the slot.
Second down at 4 at the 8-yard line. Here's a handoff. Green. Looking, Green, touchdown TCU. And how about the block by the quarterback, Trevon Boykin, to spring Aaron Green.
I love it. I talked about this guy's competitive spirit. Boykin, after the handoff, is actually going to come up and get the block that allows Green to get the edge. Man, I love it. I love it when quarterbacks are more than just the quarterback. I know it wasn't the most devastating block, but Gus, you got to give him credit for just getting in there.
He did
That's what I'm talking about.
They scored a touchdown. 7:14 to go, third quarter, extra point, good by Oberkron. So the story of the second half, a pick 6. And now TCU drives it all the way down the field. 35-31.
5 yards, just over 100 yards. Then he transferred, had to sit out in 2012 before getting his chance here with TCU.
Overchrome will kick it off. Dominique Heath back deep. And Heath will take a knee in the end zone. The ALDS returns to FS1 tomorrow with Game 3 between the Blue Jays and Rangers, as Toronto must win to stay alive in the series, while Texas heads home with a chance to complete the sweep. Coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on FS1. As a former professional baseball player, Joe Klatt was in the San Diego organization, coming right out of high school. Who do you like so far?
Wow, Texas looks awful good. 2 games on the road, and it's always about pitching. That Mets performance last night, beating Clayton Kershaw in Dodger Stadium, that was awful impressive. DeGrom, that guy can throw heat. That's the type of guy is why I'm sitting here. Not still playing baseball.
First down at 10 at the 25 for K-State. Silman. And he may have gotten a yard. Nicely done. Denzel Johnson with the tackle, the junior from Gainesville, Texas. As you look at Hubner in the first half and second half, different numbers. What kind of adjustment has TCU made on him?
Well, I just think that Kansas State is trying to throw pocket passes rather than getting the run game going and then throw play action passes off of that. So it's more the style of passing game that Kansas State's trying to execute rather than what TCU is trying to do.
Second down and 9. TCU showing blitz. They pick it up. Hubner, sideline, incomplete. Looked like he was attempting a back shoulder throw to Burton.
This is just such good coverage. I've stressed this a couple of different times tonight, but wide receivers always cover themselves up by getting pushed all the way to the sideline. And that's exactly what Nick Orr did, number 18, sophomore from DeSoto, is he used the sideline as his friend. Push the wide receiver over there, there's nowhere to throw the ball.
3rd and 9 to the 26. Silman in motion out of the backfield. Hubner looks at him, now throws underneath. And incomplete, intended for Kyle Klein, and he gets up limping.
I thought that was a good ball from Hubner. He got the time. They ran that same in route that they completed to Burton on the last series for a big 3rd down, but Klein unable to make the catch in the secondary. This defense is really starting to pick itself up.
Nick Walsh will punt it inside his own 15. Devontae Turpin back deep, and he will catch the ball at the 35, a 39-yard punt. So let's take a look at the storylines. This is how we got here.
For the first play of the game, Aaron Green goes 86 yards for a touchdown, but then Kansas State just started to fight and claw and get themselves back in this game. In fact, in the second quarter, they went on a 28-3 run, taking a big lead into halftime. But now in the third quarter, it's been all TCU. They get the pick 6, just as a huge play, and then their offense finally gets on the field, sustains a drive, and pulls within 4 points.
Boykin starts from his own 35. Boykin, pump fake. He'll run it and get a half-yard. Will Geary closing in quickly.
These defensive tackles for Kansas State, I think they've done a great job of not getting too wild in their rush. They know that Trevon Boykin is a sensational athlete and can run the football. And so they're staying where they're at, kind of a slow rush, so that when he does leave the pocket, they're in position to make the tackle.
2nd and 10. Boykin over the middle. And intercepted. That ball intercepted again by Elijah Lee. That's his 2nd interception of the night.
I'm sure this will get looked at because that's one of those plays where it's awful close to a trap. We'll have to see if Lee actually had his hands under the football. And it looks like he does. From that view, it sure looks like an interception. That would be Lee's second of the night. The miscommunication between a veteran quarterback and a true freshman, Kevontae Turpin. See, Boykin thinks, hey, I need you to come inside. That's the read. That's great leadership right there. He did not scream at him. He put his arm around him and said, hey, this is what I expect from you because I'm going to need you later in this game. It's only a 4-point game. This game's not lost right there. Trevon Boykin showing excellent leadership after throwing his second pick of the night.
And that's pumped life into the building as Kansas State takes over at the TCU 42. Let's see if they get back to their basics with their running game, especially from Joe Huebner. Huebner throws to the sideline again and incomplete.
Every time we've seen Huebner try to throw the ball down the field to his right, he's thrown it out of bounds.
Cody Cook, the intended receiver.
And he knew it. This is why he's so frustrated, because he realizes that that's his mistake. It's not the wide receiver not getting open. It's not an offensive lineman not staying on a block. It's the fact that he's given his team no chance by just throwing the ball right out of bounds.
2nd and 10. Two on the play clock. They get it off. Huebner in trouble. Buying time. Now decides to run it. And goes out of bounds. Fans wanted a late hit, but they will not get it after the 1-yard gain.
That was a great job by Josh Caraway, number 94 for TCU, because that looked like it was going to be a late hit, and then he kind of eased up. And the intent wasn't there. There wasn't any forceful contact out of bounds. It was a great call by the officials to keep the flag in their pocket. But this is one that could have easily been. And see how he holds up right there at the last second? I thought it was a great job all around, officials and Caraway.
3rd down, 9 at the 41. They need to go to the 31.5 for first down. Huebner. And incomplete. Kyle Klein, closest man to the football.
There is no reason in the world why there shouldn't have been a flag on this play. Corey O'Mealy got away with an enormous hold. Watch him pull the wide receiver, Klein. He just yanks him out of position. How in the world is there not a flag for pass interference? That is as blatant as it can possibly get, right in front of the field judge on the far side.
So in the punt for the 4th time is Nick Walsh. Turpin wants a shot at it. And Turpin with a fair catch at the 10-yard line. Well, there's no beating the new comedies Tuesday on Fox. John Stamos in Grandfathered and Rob Lowe on The Grinder. Our TV's new perfect pair. Two comedies that are too funny. All new Tuesday on Fox. John Stamos never ages. Just like this man. 74 years young as of Wednesday. Coach Bill Snyder. 2015 College Football Hall of Fame inductee and one of just 4 coaches with 100 Big 8/Big 12 conference wins, joining Tom Osborne, Bob Stoops, and Barry Switzer. First down and 10 at the 10-yard line. Play action. Near side caught Dotson. And he'll get out of bounds with an 11-yard pickup.
Number 9, Josh Dotson.
Boy, these two, they're a thing of beauty when they get to work because the timing is so great. Boykin, that ball's out of his hand before Dotson ever breaks in his route.
First down and 10 at the 21. And they hand it off, lost the football. Does Kansas State have it? TCU will hold on.
Boy, that ball was on the ground for quite a long time. This exchange is always the quarterback's responsibility. The running back has to have his eyes on the defense so that he can see the cuts. So the exchange there with the quarterback and running back is absolutely on Trevon Boykin's shoulders.
Boykin with the presence of mind to jump on it. 2nd down and 10 at the 21. Boykin in trouble. Reverses. Steps up. on the move. Boykin. And he gets out of bounds. A 5-yard gain.
I mean, he turned this into a no-chance third down opportunity of about 3rd and 25 into a very convertible 3rd and 5 with his athletic ability. That is a sensational escape back there near his own 10-yard line just to get this in position to potentially move the chains.
3rd down and 5 to the 26. Kyle Hicks comes in at running back. Dotson in motion. Boykin, far side, knocked away. Donnie Starks breaks it up, and TCU has to punt.
That is great coverage from Donnie Starks, and it starts with recognition. You see how his hips turn right with the wide receiver, and he's able to break on the route and still keep himself off the back and bat that ball down.
So Ethan Perry will punt it away from his 13-yard line. Remember the last time he punted, it was a 13-yard punt. Better effort this time. Heath steps up. Heath tries to get outside and goes down at the TCU 45-yard line. A 36-yard punt and a 17-yard return. Buck Jones with the tackle on special teams for TCU.
They go
now take that 87 off and put number 4 back on.
Yeah, that serves two purposes, because it's like a tearaway. Can't get taken down just by a fingertip tackle on the return. As there is an injured TCU player. That's Bobby Thompson, senior from Midlands, Texas. Played in 12 or 13 games a year ago. He's battled injuries for most of his career. Backup left guard for them, has gotten some playing time here tonight. It's good to see him up and moving off the field.
Heath back out in his regular number for Kansas State. He shares the number 4 with Caleb Pruitt, a defensive back. These double numbers in college football, Joel, you got to change it.
I don't know what to tell you.
1st down and 10 at the 45. Horrible. And here's Huebner running, and he throws it out. What a dangerous play.
Well, it had to be backwards because he was well past the line of scrimmage. Going to be tough to see it from this look, but he's running. He's well past the line of scrimmage, and then he has to throw that ball backwards, or else that's an illegal forward pass. I mean, from that angle,
it looks like he threw it forward.
It looks like he threw it forward. There's no question.
Second and 4. And they'll hand it off. Jones, 1st down. Charles Jones. Some hard running for this junior.
You know, that was a huge play, because replay can absolutely get involved. Here's another look at this play from Huebner on 1st down. He's well past the line of scrimmage, and he throws that ball. It leaves his hand right at about the 40.5-yard line. Mike Pereira, replay could have gotten involved. That ball was caught at the 39. That would have been loss of down.
Clearly would have. You'd have gone back, and it would have been actually 2nd and 10 with the loss of down penalty instead of 1st and 5 on the play. But they maybe felt that wasn't a big enough issue to stop it.
Here's Jones again trying to spin, and he's chopped down by Howard. But as we always know, calls tend to even themselves out. Remember the holding by O'Mealy, or the pass interference by O'Mealy that wasn't called.
On the last series would have given them an automatic 1st down the field. You're exactly right. In the ebb and flow, you can get upset with singular calls, but in the grand scheme of things, generally they even themselves out.
2nd and 10 at the 33.
You are the voice of reason, my friend.
25 years. Huebner hands it off. Jones around the corner with a burst of speed. 1st down, Charles Jones. A 19-yard gain. Now Kansas State getting back to their bread and butter.
That's right, and they're attacking these linebackers. I want you to watch the linebacker commit again, and that's what allows Charles Jones to get around the edge. There's no reason for this linebacker, and that's the true freshman Montrell Wilson, or excuse me, Traven Howard, the sophomore. He gets himself way up into the line of scrimmage and out of position. These linebackers have had a heck of a time tonight.
Jones averaging 8.5 yards per carry. First down at the TCU 14. Jones again. He hops through the hole and picks up 1. Clock winding down, 27 seconds and counting.
You know, most teams in college football would rush up to the line and try to snap it again. Kansas State's just going to walk over the sideline and say, absolutely not.
One thing Bill Snyder told us about his philosophy as a coach: I never want to get too high. I never want to get too low. I want to